Hello my dear friends, so today we have a very special and dynamic guest with us who is a master. So let's know more about him. He is from US. He has been doing meditation since he was 21, and I said he is a dynamic because instead of his professional life, he is working for PMC USA. So let's welcome Arun. Arunji, welcome to our show.
Namaste madam, namaste.
How are you doing?
Superb, superb. How about you?
Yeah, it's great. So when it's a beautiful day with you, let's know more about you. How did you start your meditation?
Oh, wow. Yeah, that's a good question to start off with. So I started meditation through my sister. They used to live in Gwalior back in 12-13 years back. So she started doing meditation for almost 1 year, and then she shared me like the meditation is a good tool where you can elaborate your skills. Your skill set will improve when you're doing meditation. That was like when I'm just done with my BTech bachelor's, and then I'm trying my trials to US. So that's where I got to introduce to this meditation. And soon after I'm doing meditations, like I was able to sense the energy. I have that spiritual reality video. So I used to keep watching it again and again. So each and every time I used to see new things in that. And during my meditation also, I was experimenting myself like whether this is the right thing that I am doing or not. So that's how I connected to the meditation.
So how did you learn from that spiritual video?
In that spiritual video, I see a lot of things like going, lot of thoughts, a lot of energy that's coming in, and you see a lot of experiences when you are doing the meditation, a lot of what you call energy going through all that nerve system, and it's healing. Like when you're doing meditation, you have a lot of pain, right? So it's actually not the pain, it's actually healing. So that's what I understood during the meditation process. So yeah, in the earlier days itself, I understood what meditation is all about. It's not just the meditation that you're doing more than that. That's what I understood. So soon after that, slowly she convinced me to go vegetarian, to be vegetarian. So that's where it's a tricky part for me. So before that I used to be a non-veg lover, obviously. So so soon after I'm doing meditation, I was okay. Like it's not that I'm too much of into non-veg, but I stopped doing that only after I gained some sort of energy. So even you need some little energy to you, so that you leave that non-veg stuff. So until you get to that state, you don't leave it. So that's what happened to me.
So how was that state? Because when you were very much fond of non-veg, and then how it helped you after leaving non-veg?
Yeah, so in a way what happened is, if you are in the material world, you see everything as a separate entity. You see you have it's me, this is my physical body. I feel like this is only me, and I see everything as separate entity. But in the meditation, what happens is you leave this body. In one state, you will see nothing. You don't feel the body, you don't feel your hands, you don't feel your brain, you don't feel your legs. There is a state where you feel yourself in everything. When that situation happens, you feel everything is within you, and everything, whatever you see outside, is also you. If you are able to sense that state in the meditation, if you keep practicing it, you'll feel the same thing outside of meditation too. That's what happened to me. So what I did is, like I feel everything is within me, and all the entities are also part of me. It's the same sort of consciousness. So that's what I understood after 6 or 7 months of my time. And then I understood like there's some sort of karma involved in it. So I keep remembering that state where Lord Sri Krishna, he had a death in a way which is connected to his past life, like Lord Rama. So those were the stories that inspired me in that state, like in that age of I mean my mental state is all about I heard about Ramayana and Lord Sri Krishna, but I never heard about how Lord Krishna ended his life. So those were the things that trigger me. So even Lord Krishna had that kind of thing, so why not me, why not everyone? So they'll have the same sort of thing, it will haunt them even in the ages. That's how it's kind of connected, I connected it in that way.
That's so beautiful. I mean, it's a really beautiful realization at the age of just 21. A great insight is there. So, moving ahead, I want to know more about your journey. Now, I heard that you have a small baby, right?
Yeah.
So, yeah, tell me about your baby, your connection with her.
So what happened is, like, in a way, we invited the baby. I mean, I feel it that way. I mean, not just me, everyone does the same thing. Everyone has their own spiritual agreements where they invite the babies based on their energy levels, based on their mental state. They'll have those own agreements with the baby, and they invite them. In the same way, what I did is, during our inner journey process, I am the participant of Inner Journey 9, which was conducted by Balakrishna sir here. Me and my wife used to participate in that. It happened for almost 3 months, I think, 3 odd months. So where we used to have a lot of experiences. Inner Journey is not a guided meditation for us when we are doing it. It's about, like, what happens in the meditation. You need to speak it out. You need to share it out in the group, in the Zoom call. That's what we did in our inner journey. So during the process, like, it's not completely guided meditation. You'll tell what's happening there during the process. Like, someone came in, I have seen a couple of people, they are like huge, those kind of experiences that we used to have, and those things we used to share during the meditation process. You need to be in that state, at the same time you need to speak it out. It's sort of different things that we experienced during the inner journey. And that time my wife got the experience where she has seen a huge baby, a baby in the shape of baby, but it was huge. It was really huge. And she said about that experience, like, I seen a baby which is like beautiful, but I am seeing her in a big thing. I don't know, maybe she has turned into the tiny part and saw the same baby in that way, I guess. So that's what happened. After that, during our first month, second month itself, we used to get lot of wisdom on how to be in that state. We used to get all that. In the inner journey, we have Devi Chekka madam in our participants group. Devi Chekka madam is the one who introduced the Dhyana Matrutvam book. So that's how we are directly connected to her. She used to explain a couple of things to us. We had a friend in US, Pavan, who explained about how, I mean, they had two babies. They explained about how do we process this thing, and I learned lot of things from many people. I don't remember all the names, but they are all my gurus during that process. So we read the books, daily meditation at the evening, in the evening time. We saw this as a challenge, like when we have no one here in the US, like, we don't have parents there, those who used to take care of us. Me doing my job and she's doing her job. But during that time, we are like cooperating to each other, trying to encourage each other. We always think in a miraculous way. Well, that's what we need to do here. So every time you talk to the baby, you interact with the baby, you explain her what you are going through. In the entire process of 9 months, she never had any sort of nausea. There's nothing like that. She enjoyed each and every day of her pregnancy. During that process, we used to explain to the baby about, like, just like that, thank you so much for coming here, thank you so much for choosing us to be here, we'll have wonderful life together. Just like you see, there are many different parts in your body. In the same way, you are around the mother, where you see kidneys, livers, everything is around you. They are also part of you. Please try to support it. we used to keep telling these things every day to me, and my wife used to explain these things to the baby. Just like that, it looks like they are all separate entities to you, but they are still within you, and it's all part of the mother. So keep supporting her in the way you can. That's what we used to explain to her. Just like that, in the outside, when you are coming outside, you feel like everything is separate, but they are all part of the mother. They are all part of the same mother. That's what I used to explain her. In that way, what happens is, even the baby coming out, so in that way, if you sense everything in that way, right, like there will be no regrets, there will be no complaints about someone, there will be no judgments on someone, right? So you cannot compare the job of kidneys and the job of heart. They do two different things. They cannot be compared at all. In the same way, if you are coming outside of it, you have two different jobs and many different jobs by many people. There won't be any comparison, there won't be any judgments. That's what we started explaining her in that way. And during the second trimester and third trimester, we keep doing this every day. So whenever she feels like nausea, I used to explain her, like hugging my wife and explaining that that's okay baby, you can do it. We are trying to help your mother, let's help her. We need her time. Just like how you are struggling inside, mother is also struggling. Please cooperate with her, you can do it. Share your love, send your love, and she will again send it back to you. So that's how we used to do it. And during 4th month or 5th month, I started sharing about, like she is pregnant to couple of my friends. I mean in the initial days itself, I told everyone about this, but I explained, I told to some of the meditation friends who lives in Dallas. That time they are also pregnant. They had some different sharings about them, about the journey. So we started sharing all the good things that we had done so far, all those good habits that we had. I started sharing to them, and they started sharing to us. So me and my wife used to share all that stuff, whatever we are doing so far during this process. They really liked it, and they started doing it. For them, it's working out. Wow. It's working to them as well. So in a way, what we did is every day, let's have a chit chat session, and then we do meditation. So I started, we started actually. Whatever I means, it's me and my wife all the time. Okay. Yeah. So we started the daily meditation session in the evening time. So whatever you do on the day, that's okay. But at the end of the day, when you're going to sleep, you connect to my friends, and we do meditation together, and we'll sleep. And we used to share all the experiences. So what happens is during the pregnancy process, many people around you, they keep telling what to do, what not to do. They keep telling like, oh no, you don't need to do that. You don't do that. You don't sit like this. Oh, in that time you have to eat only this particular stuff. You have too many suggestions coming, and some people have their bad experiences during the pregnancy process. In their time, they used to share all those stuff. Like, I had this kind of experiences because of things that I did like this, so you don't do this stuff. So they keep sharing all those bad things. I don't say bad things, their experiences.
Sort of negative things.
Yeah, negative things you can say, yeah, in a way. So we again, each and every day, soon after she got all that information, right, we just get all that information there, and we'll disperse that, make that completely dissolved, and we started again regaining all that energy that we get through the meditation. And during 6th or 7th month, I don't know, there is a subjective correction on that, but we got Sitayanam book. Devi Chekka madam distributed all those books in US to many people, and me and my friend who is doing meditation with me, they got the books on the same day.
Okay.
So we started reading that book, Untold Story of Sita. But then again, together we are reading that book every day, we are sharing all that information, how Sita did everything, like how she is connected to all the animals and plants. Whenever she feels like anything is wrong, she used to sense that, and in the morning itself, like she went to that forest and asking all that information, like how she is connected. We are trying to do the same thing in our real life. We wanted to connect to our baby, to our daily life, whatever we are doing, we want to do it in a positive way. Now, in a way, what happened is, I understand one thing, there is a love and peace that's coming together onto this world through us. That's what I understood. And then I started explaining to my wife, and my wife explaining to me that whatever we are doing today, we are going to do with love. If you are cooking, you do with love. If you are doing some work, you do with love. If you are watching TV, okay, do it with love. So that's what we started doing it. The same thing happened with the kid as well. So kid really loves whatever you feed her. She actually enjoys it when you are doing it with love.
That's very true.
Yeah.
Like it's more about love and energy which you worked on, and as you mentioned, like you mentioned so beautifully about all the processes which you done from the very beginning. So it's really wonderful things. And yeah, the takings from Sita and that untold story of Sita. It is also even that projection we do the same thing with Abhimanyu, right?
Yeah.
The same,
right.
whatever like we do, they feel everything. It's not that they're a very small baby, so they don't know or they don't feel energy, but yeah, they feel each and every moment, every energy between us and them. So it's really wonderful things you are mentioning here, and it will definitely help our friends to know more about how to be conscious parents. Just giving birth is not enough, but yeah, conscious parenting that you did from the very beginning of her pregnancy, right? Yeah, that's so beautiful.
So during the 9th month time, like when after the delivery, right, during the delivery process also, it is also a wonderful process. So we never had any kind of complications or issues. It was really good. Like I used to explain her, okay, if you are feeling anything not comforting you, some people call it as pain. So me and my wife, we strongly decided that whenever we got any pain or anything, never say it as pain. We are just trying to reverse engineer that. What we did is, like, why the pain is coming? The pain is coming because of some contractions inside. The contractions, why the contractions are coming? Because baby trying to move. Why the baby is moving? Baby is trying to come out. That's why she is trying to move. So baby is coming is really a positive thing, but how you are understanding that is completely in a negative way. So try to understand the initiation. So whenever you feel like that, just say baby is coming, a beautiful baby is coming. Close your eyes, a beautiful baby is coming. She is trying to enjoy with us, she is trying to lead a good life with us. We are trying to share our life together with love. So just try to imagine that particular picture in yourself and do this, and we will just did really good. I mean, that's really a good process. And it was a water birth. Yeah, it was a water birth. So we had really good, like, I mean, me and my wife, I mean, completely, it's 90% is her work, 10% is supporting her.
What is the difference between normal birth and water birth?
It's simple, like the baby will, I mean, during the last stages of the delivery, mother will be in the water tub. She'll do all that contraction stuff in the water tub rather doing it on the bed. So that's the only difference. And during the process, there will be anything like epidural. Like most of the people in US, they'll use the epidural, which is like making unconscious in that particular stage and do the process. But during the water birth, you cannot take the epidural because you have to move by yourself.
So being conscious, like,
yeah, you have to consciously do all that kind of exercises during that process. So you have to do it manually. And during the complete pregnancy process, you always feel like most of the people think that only the wife need to take care of all that stuff, whatever she is eating, she is doing everything physically. People see that mother is the only responsible person for the pregnancy process, for the delivery process. But I feel like just like in Sitayanam, what we understood is we all know about Ramayana, where Rama does lot of work. We don't have much character in the Ramayana for Sita, but in the Sitayanam, she did lot of good stuff during the meditation process. It was really untold. She did lot of magics inside the Ramayana. In the same way, during the 9 months process, it's the same thing for the husband too. Husband need to take care of lot of things, lot of mental things that he needs to take care of. However he behaves, like whatever he behaves in front of her, it's just a replica creates inside the mother womb, like. So that's what happened. Like the role of Sita in the Ramayana is similar to the role of husband during the pregnancy process. That's what I feel like, yeah.
So yeah, here it's not only mother's responsibility, but of course father is also very important. And being a father, you are the great support to your wife as well your baby, right? Yeah.